Woo! Divine Rising Academy. We just checking in. Whoa. Checking in. Woo, woo. All right. We pray everybody is having the most amazing day. Woo, woo. All right. Now, I already got my points pre-written right just for this check-in. I feel like it makes things more efficient, so I'm not like I never scramble or anything, but like, you know, it just makes things a little more pro. All right. So, and don't mind our friend here. All right. He's just gonna be sitting in on this live with us. All right. And if anybody has a great name for him, go ahead, give him one, because I don't have one. We're just here in the now. We're just here in the moment. Face, but no face. Okay. As real as it can get, because that's the truth. Our first point, and we're only briefly gonna go into it. All right. And also, I think we were able to unlock extra live features, at least for TikTok anyway. So I was finally able to post our goal and everything. We're just trying to hit 1K. So let's get to 1K. Okay. Yeah. All right. So our first point. What's the first point? You probably can't read it, but the first point is astral practice. All right. The astral plane, it's an unlimited place. All right, it's a place that we all go to regardless of being aware of it or not. Those who are aware of it, they get their practice, they understand it. It's that guy Fern. What's going on? Hope you're having an amazing day. Our first point that we're talking about is astral practice. Okay, so whatever you want to refer to it as, the ethereal plane, astral plane, ethereal realm, whatever you want to call it, okay? Some people just call it the lucid realm. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say hi to you, though. I just call it the astral plane. But the ethereal realm is also a cool way to talk about it, too. All right, the best way to put it, it's the dream world that people think is, like, not real, but it's very fucking real. All right, it's something that lets us know how interdimensional we are. All right, so when you go there every night, or when you go there through deep meditation, or just however you are able to, all right, there's no, you create what happens a lot of time. There's a lot of things that go on, a lot of beings and just environments, and there's a lot of stuff that is way different from here. All right, so when you go there, all right, so there's gonna be like all types of environments, all types of tasks. The tasks are things that you just basically you just do on your own, right? But then environments too, it's unlimited. It's we all can, if we just talk about it in a dream state way, then it's easier to understand that way. But there's nothing dream about it. All right. So things that you can do to enhance your ability to get there and maintain a connection there, as well as remember what the fuck went on when you get back, so that when you get back here, everything on Earth is automatic. It's easy, because in the astral plane, everything is a lot more supernatural. Everything, even though it's not. It's a lot more supernatural. There's no physics. There's no nothing. It's all invincible. It's all godly. It's all amazing. All right. But it's all for the sake of appreciating your spirit and your soul and your divine destiny and your path and your essence. Why? Because God's the best. Always will be. So things that you can do to strengthen your astral practice and just in general astral plane experiences. Earth gets annoying sometimes. Don't think that Earth is the only shit that you're here at. You're not only here on Earth. Okay. Like I said, you don't even have to be a super meditation master. Everybody goes there in some way, shape, or form every night when they go to fuck to sleep. But at the end, if you're divine and all that, and you're prayed up, not even just prayed up, if you're aligned with all things divine and high vibrating, you embrace the universe, you've given yourself to the heavens and all things godly, then this is automatic shit for you. You know that it's just training. Because this shit's forever. All right. So things that you can do. All right. You can just align. All right. And manifest it. All right. Through just divine alignment. Right. We got dream journals. Dream journals help because they allow you to exercise retention of, your memory and all that. I used to keep them, but then I just stopped because you don't need one after a while. dream journals are good training wheels, but only like for the first few experiences. Holy, what's going on? Gotta say hi. Woo! All right, good sleep and stress-free environments and good sleep. Okay, that's basic. That's good. If you can't get good sleep, or just in general focus and concentrate. And then meditation, short and long. So we got short, where you sit there for an hour or 30 minutes or 2 or however long you want to sit there. You do your meditation and boom, right? But then you got long term. I do long term, where I'm always in a constant state of meditation. All right, you can do it without closing your eyes. It's just deep focus. That's it. So I know I said brief, but that's the briefest I'm gonna be able to get into it. King Tut, programmer, what's going on? Pro gamer. So yeah, we just touched on astral practice because I feel like I get into a lot of the life stuff and a lot of success stuff and just being positive and love and all that. We got to make sure that we're also connecting on the very real truth of reality, and the fact that reality is unlimited, we're unlimited, everything's unlimited, and I refuse to fucking think that Earth is it. I refuse to think that shit on the map. Okay, all of us, whenever you think of what Earth is, you think of what the only shit you've ever been shown on a map. All right, but Earth, it expands beyond that, and there's levels to it. All right. And Earth is just a simple way of being able to, just be aware of where you're at. We all know about, Tiamat. We all know about Kai. All right. So there's that. Okay. It's just us mastering how interdimensional we are. That's it. So. Mazi, what's going on? What's going on with the dogs? Woo, woo. All right. Our second point. Now we're back. Now we're going back into life stuff. Give yourself credit. All right, give yourself credit. Man, I'm trying to tell you, for all the work you do, I get it, days go by and sweat, tears, blood, energy, time, and effort goes by and goes into everything that you're doing. And because you're not where you're at, or you don't have as much yet, or you're not in that position where, okay, things are going damn all right. They're going okay, right? Don't doubt yourself. Don't knock yourself for what you've done. Don't do any of that. Just keep going, never stop, and give yourself credit, because that's the only motherfucker who gonna give your ass credit before anybody else do. All right? When you know the universe and the galaxy and this realm and the heavens and the force of God's love, when you know all of that is already supporting you, you know that all of that wants you to win, and those things are behind you. Those are the powers behind you. Nothing's gonna fuck with you. All right? So anything that is fucking with you, or trying to anyways, appreciate it for the exercise, appreciate it for what it can teach you, because it's only gonna make you stronger. Stronger. So give yourself credit. All right, give yourself credit. Just because you ain't got no YouTube plaque or a fucking Grammy or an award or whatever the fuck it is, give yourself credit, because all that shit comes in time, and you need to understand that the real reward is, being the greatest you can be while you inspire everyone and everything to do the same. That's it. Because then if that's what you do it for, then the whole point is just to never stop getting better. All right, boom, that's it. And then with that comes automatic, awards and accolades and all that, whatever. So give yourself credit. Okay. Woo, bow. Give yourself credit. Our next point. Riley, thank you for joining. Bam. Yeah, with my dogs. The next point we have is pros keep going up, 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 up. Pros what? They keep going up, 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 up. This is kind of a spin-off of our last bullet. All right, and I wrote these in no order because the first point and the last point connect, but then these two middle points connect. So we got a nice intro, outro that links, and then a nice in between. Because like I said, we got to keep this shit positive. We got to keep it about success and being the greatest you can be. But it also has to be about us giving ourselves to God's love, giving ourselves to all things divine. All right, in understanding that the universe is something that we are a part of and we get to work with. All right, when you understand. So we'll get to that last point though. Anyways, so yeah, astral practice, give yourself credit. Pros keep going up. This is our second to last point. All right. AE, thank you for joining. Whoop, 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 with the dogs. Whoop, whoop. All right, so our pros keep going up. All right, what does that mean? So the point before this was give yourself credit regardless of where you are in the process. All right, now, once you get to the point where you're successful and you're doing great, everything's woo, yeah, all that, you gotta never stop going up and up and up and up and up and up. All right, see, motherfuckers, they have goals. What the fuck is a goal? All right, a goal is gonna have your ass. Hi, what's going on? I pray you're having an amazing day and keep shining like the star you know you woo are. Bam. All right. People set goals, okay, and then they achieve those goals, and then they just like, oh, I don't. They get like, oh, they don't know what to do and stuff. It's like, what are you talking about? Okay, people have goals. That's cool and all that, but set goals just as for basic drive, for general direction, while you. Excuse us, God. While you at the same time know that the whole point is to never stop transcending, never stop rising above. Okay, so in Pokemon we have Charmander, and then we have Charmeleon, and then we have Charizard. But then, you know, that was just the beginning, right? And then we had Shiny Charizard. That was just the beginning. And then we have Mega fucking Charizard. That's just the beginning. And then we have Mega Charizard X and Y. All right, then we have shiny, or we have just, it never stops, okay? It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. Said it a million times, all right? You know, characters like Batman and Superman, they've been around since the 30s and 40s. All right? And since then, it's only gotten better and better and better and better and better. All right? All opinions aside, it's still going, and that's what counts, and it's better and better and better because it's the most modern version. It's still going. All right, so pros, keep going up, never stop, okay? Because and also never forget about the time when you weren't a pro, even though you always, you know, trained like a pro, and you always appreciated things with a pro mindset, and you know, so yeah, and you live for it in the same way too. Never stop going up. All right. So our first, I like to go through the points as we did it. So astral practice, give yourself credit, and pros keep going up always. I put a star next to it. Okay. I put a star next to it. Where it's at. Always. Okay. Walmart, always low prices. Always. Fuck you saying. Okay. Woo woo. Thank you for liking the live. Hold on. Wait. I gotta say hi. Bam, thank you. Zach, what's going on? You have a question? Go ahead and ask the question. I'm here for all the questions. All right, anything and everything. Okay, that's the one thing you see. Most TikTokers, most YouTubers, they're one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional. We're infinite dimensional. Don't fuck with us. Let's go. And it's no competition. I love learning from as many creators as possible. I mean, the only competition you should be having is the one with yourself. So that what? You can never stop going up. Always star. Boom. Shine like the one you know you are. Have I challenged myself? Man, yes, I challenged myself in a lot of different ways. You know, let's talk about, I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to challenging yourself, one of the main challenges is doing things alone. Another main challenge is doing things you haven't done before. Another challenge is, you know, feeling as if you may or may not be able to do it right. I say fuck that. I don't care who's there. I don't care if I've done it or not. Okay? And because the whole point, I'm going in to have a good ass time, and I'm going in there to make sure that we get it done in the most godly way. All right. Woo woo. Cause we some dogs. Yes, and then you do that for a while, and then you just challenge yourself on purpose. Like, you know, you get around social situations where, you know, it's time for someone to volunteer to be on the front lines for something, or, you know, especially at work where they're doing a head count or they're, you know, calling names to see who wants this or that. You know, and certain things certain things most people don't want to do, but you know, then you got motherfuckers like me. I get up right in that shit. Now here's the thing. I don't do dangerous shit. I'm not gonna risk my life for no company, but Yeah. So, yeah. You're trying to be good at skateboarding and soccer, and I'm not seeing improvement. Ooh, okay. Well, I can talk about both because and here's the thing, man. A lot of people think, oh, you have to be on a soccer team. You have to be in skateboard championships. All you have to do is be someone who loves it. All you have to be someone. All you have to do is be someone who loves it and is continuously getting better at understanding it and their skills in it. That's all you need to do. So of course, obviously I can't speak on everybody, but when it comes to skateboarding and soccer, okay, so with skateboarding, it's a balance thing. All right, skateboards in general,
so you can get flu, COVID, and RSV.
it's a balance thing. All right. Okay, that's cool. I'm right here. Yeah, I'm here right now. So yeah, I'll talk to you before we get to our last point. This live is just a check-in live. What I want to start doing more is doing check-in lives where I just get what I need for shorts, and then a video just to stay active on TikTok and YouTube. But then get right back on after I do like a short live to go live for like 4 hours, 5 hours, 3 hours, however long, 2 hours even, just to have a longer window of engagement time with everybody, because that's what it's about, man. Yeah, Abdi or 87. I'll just say call you 87. 87. Yeah. So with skateboarding, practice your balance. Don't worry about tricks and shit right away, and don't worry about customizing your board like that. You need the most default shit right away. All right. Nothing too loose, nothing too tight. All right. You're gonna take that shit and you're gonna go to the skate park, or you just gonna go on the sidewalk. Practice cruising first. All right. Practice cruising. All right. Once you just practice cruising on straight ground, then you go to ramps. Okay. Once you start hitting ramps and shit, then you start to like go into like dips, and you start to go on half pipes, but small half pipes, and like really small ones. Okay. And then it comes natural once you get a feel for that board, and the art of maneuvering it is just effortless. Then you'll start to understand where the physics and what you need to do with your feet and how much speed you should have in order to do a kickflip or an ollie or a varial or a motherfucking or you want to grind some shit, whatever. But you gotta understand, safety first. Get your knee pads, get your helmet, and you know what I say? I say just fucking go hard and just get as much as who gives a fuck, and then film it too. Film you busting your ass on skateboard, bro. All right, and then edit that shit, make a little video out of it, because there gonna be some times, just edit some parts where you edit good and bad, because that's what makes a good skate clips great, where it's like a mix of you doing well and then a mix of you like face planting and shit and like falling. I'm following you right now, actually following you back. Boom. So, Bea, thank you for joining. It's about time. But yeah, because I love skateboarding. A lot of people like a longboard because there's not really tricks involved like that. It's just you're just cruising. I like longboarding, but I like skateboarding more because I like skateboard culture more. I like the culture of skateboarding more. I like the boards more. I like snowboarding all across the board better. All right, but if I had to pick one, like pennyboard, longboard, or skateboard because it's just more cool. It's just a cooler atmosphere, cooler culture, and I don't know, man. Once you like I said, once you get that maneuvering the board down right, man, I'm trying to tell you, that shit's fun as fuck. But you have to be Mike Zombie, Sobea, once again, right? You got to be somebody. You just run into it, right? It's like with backflips, right? There's a lot of people who are afraid to do backflips. They're afraid to fall on their neck. They're afraid to fall on their ass. They're afraid that if they fall backwards, they're gonna break their neck. That's not going to fucking happen. Your body is not designed to do that unless you on purpose do that. All right. I guarantee you, if anybody tries to do a back, because there are really big people doing backflips. All right. if anybody tries to do a backflip and they've never done it before, 9 times out of 10 they're just gonna fall on their ass or their back. They might land sideways on their head or something, but they're not gonna land in that super dramatic way where they, But safety first, so that like with like flips and stuff. When I practice flips, or like at least back when I was more than I do now, I'm gonna always keep that shit up. But yeah, just don't be afraid to fall, because there's don't be afraid at all. Don't be afraid to fall, let alone don't be afraid at all. All right. With soccer, if you're gonna get good at soccer, you gotta have good endurance, good stamina. You gotta make sure that you're doing your cardio game is mastered. Make sure you have good flexibility. Make sure you're going hard at practices. Make sure that you're really and then outside of practices, making sure that you got your pass game down. Make sure that you're studying the greatest to ever play the fucking game, reading about them, not just watching them, reading about them too. Okay. But I'm gonna say this: I'm more of a visual learner, so most of anything and everything I've ever learned, at least in terms of anything that I was ever able to just like watch, learn, and absorb from that, and then go and master on my own. I've always been like that. But I do like words, I like some good old fashioned coding, some good old classic instructions, But there's a reason why, at least in sports, they watch tape. I'm all for watching tape. I love tape. Because I watch tape. It's like when we watch NFL or NBA or any sports. I don't watch it like a fucking fan. I'm not watching it because I want my team to win. No, I'm watching it to study the performance. I'm watching it to study the atmosphere. I'm watching it to study, the people and all of the officials involved too, because there's a lot of business, a lot of money going on outside of the game. But I'm like, there's so much to study. But more specifically, I'm studying the greats. I'm studying the warriors. I'm studying I'm studying the supreme beings that are out here performing like superstar beings like that, superstars. Because I want to learn from all of them and then apply it. So, anyways, our last point is everything is alive. Learn its ways, appreciate its essence. It allows you to understand how divine you've always been. Why? Because God is the best. All right, we always will be. When I say we, I mean all of us together who have given themselves to that and what it truly means to be a part of that, outside of what you've been raised by, outside of what the fuck they're saying, what he's saying, she's saying, what the world's saying, except the world itself. The beings on it maybe, but not the world itself, okay? Everything is alive. The world itself is alive, okay? The realms are alive. Nature's alive. The elements are alive, okay? Everything is alive. So, become one with it. Like I said, this one's we talk. Appreciate its essence, learn its ways, understand its languages and how you connect with it. All right, and really just do your best to appreciate the fact that everything truly is alive, and that's a fucking blessing. There's nothing to pick apart about it. The earth has a soul. The sun has a soul. Shit, the sun means soul. Fuck out of here. All right. Along with all everything among the heavens, right? That at least things that aren't hateful and negative. So yeah, those were our points. All right. Astral practice. All right. We can go over it, but briefly, so just stay divine stay aligned in the most divine way. Just keep things peaceful. All right. Vibrate high. All right, meditate, but master. Start with short, but then master long term too. Because you don't have to be fucking sleep. You don't have to sit there in a crisscross. You can be always in a constant state of meditation. In a way where you're able to communicate with others and get work done, whatever you need to do, while at the same time you're also in that space where it's deep state. All right, deep space, a deep state of deep space. All right, a deep state in deep space, or a deep space of a deep space in deep state. Yeah, you know, but you understand it however you weigh this, or however you do. You will understand things however you do, and so yeah. Anyway, and then the second one after that, also about the astral practice, astral plane, ethereal realm, whatever you want to refer to it as. It's an opportunity to appreciate how infinite everything is. There's all unlimited environments there. The tasks there, they're based on understanding yourself and everything just in general, and being super familiar with how divine everything is. All right. Give yourself credit, regardless of where you are in the process. You've put a lot of work in. You deserve to be happy for however fucking long you possibly can in between, you know, you rising above the bullshit and triumphing, right? And just rising above it, all right? That's the whole point, just to be happy. But then there's going to be those times where, you know, shit is the way it is, and you just got to keep on pushing, trap it out, but just keep things as positive as you can, right? Because then it's going to get to the point, our next point, you're going to reach you're gonna succeed. You're gonna be in a really good ass position. But just because you're in a really good ass position doesn't mean stop. It means keep going up, playa. Keep going, playa. All right, superstar. Keep shining like the star you are. Yeah. Because the whole point is just to get better and better and better. That's it. And then you've been doing it for so long to the point where now anything that's challenging or stressful to you, or that used to be, it's a breeze. All right. And then our last point: everything is alive. The earth, nature, elements, us, literally everything. Okay. All right. Everything is alive. So appreciate it. Become one with it, and you know, love everything that much more because of how unlimited it and us and all of it has always been. Woo. So yeah. I do think the way people think meditation is kinda lie. Okay? Yeah, man. Yeah, no. That's what it is, so. I'm about to jump off now. It was nice talking to you, though, bro. I followed you right away. Hold on. I think Sobea is still in here. But yeah. We join daily. You know, we do our best to you know, hop in. Like I said, we just get we try to drop in and just get what we need for shorts and YouTube and stuff. But then like we will also be doing longer ones. I want to do longer ones. It's just a better opportunity to meet and connect and support and show love. So hi Sobea, and yeah, man, yeah, you have a good time too, man. Kayla, thank you for joining. And practice makes perfect too, man. Never stop. Keep going. Show up to that field. Show up with your board with one intention: to win, regardless of what the fuck happens, bro. You got to get through that shit. You got to get through it, okay? Because then, boom, it's gonna get to the point where, dang, like you're nice with the shit. You're really fucking nice, and it came from, and a lot of it bothered you. Well, it's crazy because there's a lot of people who have natural talent and stuff. They got natural talent and stuff, and what do? They like, you know, they're nice with it, but they don't truly embrace their potential and master it. You know, but then you got people who don't have that natural skill, and oh man, like they would do anything just to wake up the next day and be a soccer master, a skateboard master. But that's not how it works. A true master starts from fucking level 1. And from there all the way to level infinity, all right, you are the greatest. Because that was the whole point all along, all right? Isn't life great? Yeah. I know that there's a lot of people out here not living life so damn great, but that's because they keep running from the heavens, okay? They keep putting behind everything divine, okay? That's how you take away your shine. There's a lot of motherfuckers not doing that, living damn good, and those are the only motherfuckers that I connect with in terms of, you know, understanding the world. So if you're going to understand the world, you want to live better, only do your best to connect with the best shit. And that's not only limited to people, all right? Nature, the elements, you and your soul, and all the things that you can experience just from, you know, appreciating that. And there's so much more. So bow. Jimmy Who 369. Hey, 369, 12, yeah. But everybody stay divine. Okay? Vibrate high. Love all, be legendary. Alright. Yeah. Woo woo. Like we said, keep it cool. That's the true. Fucking chihuahua.